Thank you,
and
Steve.
you can collect your thoughts.
Talk.
And their team, their organization, they've put together a really good organization, good team the last few years, drafting well, player development. Taylor's done a really good job with the team. That's a good young team and a well-run organization. And congrats to them. I know this has been a long time coming for the Grizzlies. For us, couldn't be prouder of the group. Just incredible effort, determination. They stuck together. They made this season really meaningful over the last couple of months, and that's important. I think our young guys really grew. I think our vets had great years. So fun to see Kevon Looney healthy again. Steph and Draymond have just fantastic years. So I think we made a lot of strides this year, and I'm really, really excited about what's next for this group. But for now, really disappointed that they're not going to get the chance to play in the playoffs. It would have been a lot of fun. I'll take any questions.
Our first question tonight is from Jenny McCauley, Associated Press.
Steve, I know we've asked you so many times about Jordan Poole, but just to see him in those last seconds of that game, what he was able to do. I know there was a turnover there, but some of the shots he made and the passing, what can you say about just his growth and what he did on this stage tonight?
Yeah, he played so well, not only tonight, but the last couple of games have all been basically playoff games. The last three, and he's played well in all three games. So just really fun to see how far Jordan has come since his rookie year. A season ago, he was lost. He was lost in the woods, and like most rookies are. And it's just confirmation that hard work and perseverance pays off. Jordan was in the gym more than any other player during the pandemic, and he's earned this. So thrilled for him. I think he's got a really bright future, and obviously will play a big role for us going forward.
Next up is Kerr Burke, NBC Sports.
Steve, what did you tell your team post-game after they emptied the tank?
That's private. That's for us. But needless to say, it was all positive, as I'm very, very proud of the effort and everything they put forth.
Anthony Slater.
Do you view this season, wider scope, as a success, and what do you feel like you learned about this team moving forward?
I think this season was absolutely a success, Anthony. We would have loved to have gotten into the playoffs and tried to make a run. We were really a good team over the last 22 games, I guess. To put together a stretch like that over an entire quarter of a season, that's not a fluke. We were the number one defense in the league during that span. And to watch Jordan, Juan, Mike Mulder, these young guys grow and develop, that makes this a successful season because of what it sets up for next year. I'm also thrilled for, I mentioned Kevon, Damian Lee, some of our younger vets who put together really good seasons and kind of solidified their own individual careers. That's crucial. As coaches, obviously we're trying to win games, but we want to help these guys get better. That's why the training staff did such a great job with Loon, getting him healthy, and the whole coaching staff working every day with these guys. It's very gratifying. Obviously, a crushing way to go out, 2 straight games that were basically gut punches. We felt like we had the control of the game the other night and lost, and then really didn't have the control of this one, but could have won. We had the last shot in regulation. So ball just didn't go our way, but we've had a lot of great breaks over here, over the years. and a lot of bad ones the last couple of years, with injuries especially. So all in all, you have to look at this season as a success and something to build on.
Monty Poole, NBC Sports.
Steve, what do you think were the factors behind the turnovers that basically kept you guys from getting to the playoffs?
I think fatigue, Monty, was a factor tonight. This was about as wild as we have looked over the last 6 weeks, and we've basically been playing an 8-man rotation. I thought both teams got tired. You know, they really struggled to make shots in the second half. Our defense picked up big time, but offensively we turned the ball over a ton, and we really weren't poised enough at key times of the game. That's why I kept burning timeouts. You know, I was trying to get the guys settled, but we were just trailing the whole game, and it felt like everybody was trying a little too hard. And sometimes fatigue makes you play a little bit beyond what you should be doing. And so the turnovers, some wild possessions in the middle of the game, I thought that's what really hurt us, because we had plenty of time to get back in it, as we showed. And the effort is what got us back, and the amazing skill, of Steph and his shooting. But we weren't sharp tonight.
Wes Goldberg, Bay Area News Group.
Steve, you talked a lot about how this would be a playoff-like atmosphere for guys like Jordan and Juan, and how important it would be for them to experience that. Now that it's over, how do you feel like they responded to that, and how valuable will this be going forward for them?
Yeah, they both were great. As I mentioned, the last 3 games have been playoff games, basically. And both those guys played big minutes and big roles, and did a fantastic job.
Nick Friedel, ESPN.com.
Steve, I know how proud you have been, especially in these last few weeks, about the way the group has come together. But specific to Steph, how much disappointment is there organizationally that you guys couldn't get over the hump and into the postseason, given how dominant and well he played this season?
It's a hard question to answer, half an hour after the game ends. Of course, we're all disappointed that we didn't get in. Of course, Steph had a spectacular season. You can make whatever you want of that, but we're really proud of our group and disappointed for them because we would have loved to have gotten in. So, however you want to frame it, you can frame it.
Next question is from Tim Kawakami, The Athletic.
Just to be clear, did you have a timeout at the end of regulation there?
Yeah.
Did you have called timeout? Did you choose not to?
We chose not to. We had our shooters on the floor. We had them on their heels a little bit, and we knew we were going to run our high drag with Steph and Draymond. And at that point, I didn't want to disrupt the momentum. We had the last shot, and so we chose to go ahead and play.
Mark Medina, USA Today.
Hey, Steve, following along the lines of we were talking about the big picture and this setting you guys up for next year, what do you envision what this group can be with what kind of growth you've seen, knowing that you're also expecting to have Clay and Wiseman back and some draft picks?
Yeah, it's exciting. We're going to have some guys come back who are so much further along than they were in training camp this year. And so our depth is going to improve. And, we've got some assets with possibly a couple of first-round picks and, some great veteran players like Steph and Draymond, and obviously Clay coming back will change a lot about our team. So very exciting. We got a lot of work to do this summer, but we're all excited about it.
Next question is from Kylan Mills, Cron 4.
Hey, Coach. It seemed like every time you guys got on a run, Ja Morant had an answer. I know during overtime I saw Juan looking pretty frustrated after he made that big bucket. Can you talk about what Ja was able to do tonight and about his future in this league?
Yeah, he was great. He had a huge night and made big shots. He made 5 threes. They made 15 threes. They shot the ball really well, and that's why they won the game. They're not a great shooting team, and a lot of our defense was really to protect the paint and protect against Valanciunas and Jaren Jackson, and so sometimes you give up shots and you just know going in that they're probably due to make some, and that's what had to happen. Obviously, Ja made 5, and then Tillman made the big one. He's not a guy you expect to make a 3, and so we're up 2, I think, at that point with a couple minutes to go. He hits that corner 3. That was a big shot, and then Grayson Allen made a couple as well. So give them credit. They made the shots that they had to.
James Hill with BNC Sports.
Steve, obviously not the outcome you wanted, but the future is bright when we look at the Warriors way and a lot of the players you bring back and what you guys have to offer going forward. Just talk about moving forward, and again, it's going to be a bright future.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've already answered that. Couple of draft picks and hopefully some free agents and Klay Thompson coming back and James Wiseman coming back. So a lot to look forward to.